and I have a beautiful life waiting for the perfect man to show up.
I think what happens to her is she she keeps longing for that perfect man because she mentioned that word.
They are watching too much K-drama, maybe, to meet a perfect man. There's no such a perfect man. What do you think, guys?
This independent bad bitch shit, it's not as fun as it seems. Trust and believe.
What can you say about it,
First of all, the tone of voice is quite annoying, to be honest.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Hey guys, welcome to Philippine Family Life with Leia's channel, and today's video is another reacting video about women, or Western women claiming to be independent women. It's kind of feminism as well. So today I have special guest. As always, Shay is with me again, and we have a new guest. She's new to my channel. Can you introduce yourself to our viewers?
Thank you, Leia, for having me. And hi, everyone. My name is Gladys, and I have a YouTube channel, Gladys on Love. Hope to see you guys there too.
Yeah, so subscribe to her channels as well. Anyways, we have a video here, and we're going to watch it and react to it or give a comment. So anyways, here's the first video. Let's watch it together.
It comes in waves. Most of the time, I'm okay. And then it comes and hits me like nobody's business. And honestly, I've been feeling like this a lot lately. It's love. I'm tired. I'm tired of doing it myself. I'm tired of being alone. I want to share my life with someone. I am just freaking tired. I want to be in love. I want to share my life with someone. I want to feel the joys. I want to have my hands held. I want to be held. I want to kiss. I want to support. I want my person. Why is it so hard to find your person? It's really hard when love is the one thing you can't force. You can't make happen. Where is it? Where is it? I'm so ready. And I have a beautiful life waiting for the perfect man to show up. But where is he? I'm 53.
Damn!
And I just can't believe that I'm sitting here, and it has been several years. I think it was over a year that I had a date, and then it's been several years since then. Where are all the good men that are ready and want to build a beautiful life together? Where are you?
Wipe your tears. Wow, she's 53 years old.
Yeah. First thing I would say is she's actually pretty for being 53.
Yeah.
And it's so obvious that she's craving for that love and wanting to be loved. And I think all of us are wired to long for that. There's always this word, self-love. We can love ourselves, and we can even love someone, but not necessarily having to anticipate to have that love reciprocated. And that's such a beautiful love to feel. But falling in love is also a very good process. But I think what happens to her is she keeps longing for that perfect man, because she mentioned that word. And because of that, she's probably afraid to take a risk to fall in love with someone, because she might think like, oh, what if this is not the perfect man for me? And trying to find that perfect person is holding herself back to not really experiencing falling in love. Because again, falling in love, it's always a risk. And for me, I would rather love and lost than to never have loved at all.
Yeah.
So
That's the most beautiful thing to hear. To love and lost rather than to not love at all. I would say that because she has mentioned about her age, she's 53, and I would say that age is really just a number. It's really not too late to love. Like, there is no age limit. We see people getting married at 60, at 70. So yes, it's never too late to love. And I'm not sure, you guys, if you have read the comments in that video, but this is totally unrelated, but I would say that the comment section was full of, or the lack of empathy in the comment section, and the level of mocking her, because I mean, obviously we don't know what she was going through during her younger years, but it's just sad to actually see that there's no, a lot of people don't have empathy towards others. She obviously had been vulnerable in front of the camera because she had these realizations where, oh, I'm missing this, I'm missing a partner, and I want to love now. And we don't know what she went through in her younger years, and she just right now, she wants to focus on that. And I would say that there's really no need to like mock the person, because people change, you and I change. Our priorities and desires evolve over time. So probably when she was younger, having a relationship was not her priority. And we all made decisions before that is no longer what we want now. And she is like, she's just a human, right? You made decisions before that you probably have already changed, and at some point you regretted that, and she obviously has, you know, some regrets in her tone. So yeah, but I would say again, it's not too late to find love, or it's not too late to love.
Chance.
Yeah.
She deserves a chance. It's never too late. But also, in some cases, because they're too, they have a high standards. They want a perfect man. I mean, you can find a lot of good men, but there's no such a perfect man. Of course, there's always going to be a negative with a person, right? Yeah, I think in some case they are watching too much K-drama, maybe, to meet a perfect man. There's no such a perfect man. What do you think, guys? You know?
The perfect man may not exist, but I would say fulfilling and meaningful connections certainly do. So maybe we don't focus on finding the perfect man, but finding a meaningful connection towards another gender. So.
Exactly. And also, it's like, instead of asking, where is the perfect man? How about asking yourself, am I becoming the person that I want to date? Because they're like, oh, these are the list of the qualities that I am looking for. But then, do you have that quality for yourself?
Right?
Yeah. And I really believe that you attract the kind of person, like if you attract this person that's you think are not good, then you need to look at yourself in the mirror too. Because you're attracting the kind of energy that you're expressing, that you're putting out. So
yes, so if you want to find the perfect man, you need to be the perfect woman.
Exactly.
Right? And perfection, there's no such thing as perfection.
So anyways, let's move into the next video.
The other day, my car broke down, and I literally had no one to call. I have to think of food to cook myself every single night for dinner. When I get sick, I can't just cry to my mom and have her make me make soup. I have to freaking pick up the phone and call the doctor and make my own appointment. Word of advice, live with your parents and freeload off them for as long as you can.
Wow.
Or get a man to pay for literally everything, because honey, this independent bad bitch shit is not as fun as it seems. Trust and believe.
What can you say about it, Glenn?
First of all, the tone of voice is quite annoying, to be honest.
I was gonna say the same thing. I was like, I hope she does not sound like that in front of
a guy,
her partner.
Yeah, because that's such a turn off, I think. And yes, she pointed about the strong, independent woman, and she's the totally complete opposite. She's the most dependent person, and she's even giving advice to be as dependent as your parents. And if your parents no longer want to provide for you, then move on to another guy to depend on. And I think that's very toxic, even for a woman. And I hope that young girls would not think that from family jumping on a relationship just to have that security for them.
Exactly.
I would say that in this video, well, she's tired of being independent, and looking at the video, she's only like in her 20s. So she really has not lived life yet. So what I can say is that there is a sense of desperation in this video. I'd like to point out the difference between, because she is basically needing a man, and there is quite a distinction between wanting and needing a man. Personally, I would say that wanting a man is to be with somebody, to, like, let's say, you want to have a companion, to have a fulfilling life, and spend that with somebody. However, you are not solely dependent when it comes to your emotional needs, right? So that's like wanting a man. When we talk about needing a man, there's a sense of desperation there, where it implies a stronger dependency towards the partner, and I think that is going to create a strong codependency dynamic in a relationship, and that is really a toxic one, I would say. Because if you're in that relationship, you are solely relying to that person emotionally for validations, for support, let's say for sense of identity even. So when your partner is not available at that time, let's say he's having a boys' night out, and you're constantly texting him, because again, you cannot live because he's not available. Like you cannot function without your partner. So when you text the person and the person is unable to respond quickly, you make that as an issue, and then it creates a fight. So I think that we have to probably like evaluate ourselves whether or not we are wanting to be with a man or needing to be with a man, because again, wanting is like a healthier version of being with somebody, while needing is like it's craving for that strong codependency, and it's not healthy.
I love your response, Shay, about like it shows desperation in her word, and also pointing out that she's young. She's probably not really understanding what the concept of love and relationship really means. And being a woman, is it just your role to be provided? It's like you're a damsel in distress type of thing. Maybe she's in that fairy tale type of relationship based on what she heard or the kind of upbringing she have. So it's thank you for pointing that out, and I'm learning something here. I love it. Great. Let's see what other videos we have here.
Anyone who knows me knows that I'm more like Miss Independent. I don't need no man. Until now. I am 40 years old.
Oh, damn!
I am tired, and I'm sick to death of mowing and whippersnipping my yard. It just never stops. It never stops growing. It's like a jungle. I've had enough. I have two options. I either move out of this house and move into a unit that's all concrete with no yard, or I get married. Hit me up.
The thing that I'm noticing in this video is like, okay, they're pointing out, so good thing is that they're now realizing that being strong, independent, and to be like that all the time is a good thing. And to realize that sometimes we actually need someone, we need connection. And I would be honest, I used to feel that, okay, I'm a strong, independent woman. I can live by myself. Like I already had a bad relationship and I'm done with that. But when there are moments when you feel down, when you feel sad, and you wish, you crave for someone there to just hug you and to mow your backyard. But I think that the only thing that I love that she's being, she acknowledged that, she's tired of being strong, independent. She needs someone. She wants someone. But the question there is, what is that need and want? If it's just for a selfish reason of having someone to help you clean, to help you cut the garden, why don't you just hire
Yeah, how
a
pay someone to do that.
Yeah, like being in a relationship, it's not about you having a wife to clean your house. You're not, are you hiring a maid or something? It's not about finding a guy to provide for you. Like, are you not capable to provide of yourself? But it's like, go into a relationship because you love the person. Be in a relationship because you're connected, you're compatible with that someone, and enjoy the process of actually having that, going to that journey of being in a relationship, the dating part, the chemistry and spark, and it evolves through, oh, am I compatible with this person? And after that, like, oh, is there enough connection for us to build a relationship, instead of just deciding like, okay, I think I need someone to help me fix my plumbing issue, someone to do this, and therefore I need a man. That's I think a wrong way to go about being in a relationship. Less, definitely not a good reason to be married to someone. So that's just my reaction to her.
You are definitely you're being with somebody for the wrong reasons.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Because you just basically want to be with somebody to help you do whatever. That goes back to wanting and needing. And I would also say that this is, I think, I'm not an expert on anything, but I think this is where women go wrong. Because we think of ourselves that we are independent and we can do everything, right? I mean, there's nothing wrong with thinking that we are independent. However, claiming yourself or being independent does not necessarily have to be isolating yourself from the opposite gender. Like, let's say, for example, you can still be independent even when you have a partner. Because again, you want the person, it's like the guy is a bonus into your life. Like, you don't need a guy for anything. You want that person, you want your partner because you already have a meaningful life, but you want to share that with your partner. It's not because you want him to mow your lawn. So I think that a lot of women, especially the feminists, got it all wrong, because when we say the word independent, they think that they don't need a man. And for me, I can be independent while I have a partner, because I'm not going to be solely relying my partner to like do anything for me. Like, I'm not sure if I have articulated that well enough for the viewers to understand, but I just really think that having a partner or having a husband does not diminish a woman's independency and maturity.
Yeah.
I just think that yeah, it does not diminish our independence even when you already have a partner.
Yeah, I'll give you an example. Like, Gary, he can provide for our family, but if I had an opportunity like to make money, like doing YouTube, I would love to do that. Not because I want to make my own money. I want to help him. Like, that's the example. Like, like you want to make your relationship easier for your family, and I think, yeah, that you are right.
Yeah. It's like, instead of, if you're alone, it's good to be independent. But if you want to connect with someone, then transition that independent to co-independent. Like, you collaborate together. And I really love watching your channel, Leia, and seeing you and Gary together. This is like an example of a healthy relationship, helping each other.
Yeah. Yeah, like, like if we had our garden there, I would do that too. If you just make it easier. Like, why would you hire someone to do that if you can do it yourself? And we do that not because we are independent and we want to show our husband that we don't need him, but because we want to make life easier. We want to help each other, and that's how it's supposed to be. The relationship is, it's about like 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 a group, like helping each other. That's how I see it, as a family or as a partner.
Yes.
Helping each other.
You want to see him grow, and at the same time you are growing as well.
Exactly.
Yes,
That's great.
That's our comment. Let's move into the next video.
We as women are so independent now, and that's okay. But it's also okay to need a man. I need a man. I need a man to wash my car. I need a man to help me go get my car fixed, get my brakes done, pump my gas, take the groceries in the house, rub on my booty. I'm tired of being independent, and I want to be independently dependent.
Do it yourself.
At first, I was actually like hoping that, wow, this seems to be a different video. This girl seems to be acknowledging and really knowing that, yeah, being independent is good, but sometimes it can be tiring. And there's a hint of seduction out there. I like the part of rubbing the booty. Oh, I like getting massage. But again, it goes back to like wanting to be with someone because for a wrong reason. It's like you just want like a helper for you. Like, why don't you start asking, like, I need a man because I want to feel connected with someone. I need a man because I want to share life and I want to give love and receive the love back. Something like that.
Yeah, and who's the guy going to attract if that's how you know, how you sell yourself? Like,
yeah.
Right? Who's want to be with you if that's the case, right?
I would also say that I said this a couple of times in my channel where I think, like you also mentioned it earlier, Glad, that I think we need to focus more on ourselves, our personal development, personal growth. Are we ready for this relationship? Am I ready to be a perfect? There's no such thing again. Yeah. Yes. Am I ready for this? Instead of you know, trying to find the perfect partner. I think that again, we shouldn't look for a partner. He comes in due time, or maybe there's no such thing as perfect time. But personally, I wouldn't go out my way to find my partner. I would just like busy myself, getting ready for, enhancing myself or improving myself, so that when that person comes, when I'm not looking, of course, I'm already emotionally stable, emotionally intellectual, and all that stuff. So
yeah, I love when you mention the word like self-improvement. And yes, when you're in that desperation state of really wanting to find someone, I've done that for 2 years and it didn't work. And when I finally pause and say, you know what, let me drop the agenda of finding a partner and let me start like making myself better and just connect with people, just meet people and connect without really thinking or analyzing like, is this a boyfriend material, is this a partner material, like just dropping all that and enjoying, like making it as authentic and genuine. And you'll be surprised. I was surprised that when I'm not looking anymore, the right person arrives. He's not perfect, but he's right at that moment, and both of us is actually helping each other to be better. We're both growing as a person, and I think that's the way to go. That's the most important thing to actually focus on. Ask yourself, like, who am I in the relationship? Am I trying to be, I think for most guys, they want to be the provider. Like they want to find someone who would be dependent on them. And there are also a lot of girls who just want to depend on someone, and it can be very toxic because there's no balance. You know, if you're always the dependent person, what if your partner or husband would get sick? Then you will not be able to function at all. So what, you're gonna leave your sick husband and find another person to depend on? And if you're just a provider and you keep looking for a woman who's not capable, and you're not helping that woman to be independent enough, so if you're gone or if something happens to you, then she would still be able to stand on her feet. If you're not able to do that, then I don't think the relationship would really flourish. So the goal there is find a partnership where both of you can be supporter of each other. I think that's really the ideal thing. Not just to rub your back, but find someone who loves to give and receive back massage.
One thing I can add to what you said about when you're looking for a partner, there is a huge tendency when you are looking for a partner, you are settling for what is available, right? So again, there's a little, there's a sense of, a little bit of desperation in there. So when you're not looking, I think I always say this, and my viewers already know that it's the most beautiful thing to find somebody when you're not looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So.
surprise and like, yeah, exactly. Just attract. Don't chase, just attract.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I think
love
high.
that.
Sorry to
Oh,
cut you
it's
off.
okay. I said it's a good words. Yeah.
I think high value women or elegant women do not chase men.
Just
They
attract.
attract. Yeah. All right. So before we continue the next video, we have to do a part 2 for this. O part 2 na lang tanong.
Okay.
It's haba. It's haba. Alright guys, so before we continue our next video that we're going to react, we're gonna make part 2 for this because it's gonna be a very long video. This part 1 is already like almost 30 minutes, so yeah, we're gonna have to do a part 2 for this one. So we'll see you in our next video.
See you guys. Good thing that she's now realizing. I think this woman needs to learn is to change their definition of strong, independent woman. What do you mean? And that's the question that, girls, it's an impromptu question that I want to throw in to both of you. Like, what is strong, independent woman for you?
And I really hope that these women don't really sound like that in person, because it's condescending and it's annoying, irritating, and I don't think any man would love to hear that every day in their life. So you we, at the end of the day, we are little girl inside. We want to be nurtured, we want to be cared of, we want to be hugged and kissed and all that. So that's just a
Lahi na yung panahon na, dahil. Good.